The next code we will see is pyramid loop tkinter.py. So how is this different from the previous ones? All the previous codes we saw were functional recursions. That is, we had functions which invoked themselves. Now in the pyramid, we will see that a pyramid is a structure which contains another pyramid. All right. So this is a pyramid. This pyramid contains a smaller pyramid, which in turn contains a smaller pyramid, and so on. So this is structural recursion. Okay. So let's look at this code here. It is a rather long code. So let's go through this slowly. Here. Pyramid loop tkinter.py. Okay. So we are going to define class called rectangle. By the way, this is a tkinter, so I'm importing tkinter as tk. What does that do? When I have to use tkinter, normally we would say tkinter dot canvas or something like that, right? So instead of that, here tkinter dot capital TK invoke this constructor to create a root or a window. tkinter dot canvas with these credentials to create a canvas object. So instead of writing the entire word tkinter, I'm writing letters tk because that's how I have imported tkinter as. For instance, I could say import math as m. Now instead of saying math dot square root 25, I could simply say m dot square root 25. You understand? That's the purpose of importing a package as a short name, so it's easy to type. That's all. So okay, let's now start building our class rectangle. What is it? What is it? What does it do? It is a simple rectangle class centered at a given point cx, cy, given width, given height, and a given canvas. You could simultaneously have several canvas open. So you need to tell your class which canvas to place this object in. So its instantiator or the init method will take the following parameters: self, cx, cy, width, height, a formal canvas that you feed it, and a color of the rectangle. If you don't give it a color, the default is blue. All right. Your object.color, self.color, is a color you gave it. Your object actual canvas is the formal canvas you feed it. Self.width is the width you give it. Self.height is the height you give it. Self.cx is cx. Self.cy is cy. Good. Now define draw. Well, you have your x coordinates and y coordinates of your first point and second point. How are these obtained here? So, to draw a rectangle, you need to give it opposite points, you see. So, here is my drawing area. Suppose I wish to draw a rectangle, right? So, it's like this and it's like this. What you have done is you have presented it with a center. That's the input. Input has only center. So let's say your input is cx, cy. All right. So that's your input. You're also told, you have also given the code width and height of your rectangle. So suppose this entire length is w, right? From here until here is W, and here until here is height. Okay, so if this is my center, what is this point, right? So I need Cx minus, so this is my x coordinate Cx. I'm going left, so W over 2. Okay. On the other hand, what happens to my y coordinate here? Well, I could probably, in mathematics you're going up, but remember in computer science graphics, 0, 0 lives here. So going up is reducing height. How much height did you reduce? Half the entire height of your rectangle. So Cy minus h over 2. Okay, that is this point, this corner point. Whereas this other corner point is the sum of all this. Instead of minus, you have plus. Cx plus W by 2 and Cy plus h by 2. All right, so that's what I have given it. So x coordinate Cx minus width by 2, y coordinate Cy minus height by 2. X coordinate of the second point Cx plus width by 2, and y coordinate of the second point Cy plus height by 2, and create a rectangle. Mind you, this is where I have drawn the rectangle. Okay, now suppose I wish to change the width, okay, of the rectangle. I get this is a setter, so I create a new width, but once I create my new width, my coordinates, x coordinates, will change with the new width. So it's not enough to just say self dot width is new width. I will have to change x1 and x2, which include width in their formulae. Okay, and then don't forget to change the coordinates of my rectangle that I've already drawn. Likewise, here is another setter. This is a mutator. Setters are mutators. If I change my height to a new height, it's not enough just to change the value of the instance variable height. I also have to change the value of the instance variables y1 and y2. All right, because they involve height. Okay, and then don't forget to change the coordinates of the rectangle you have already drawn. So that is your rectangle code. Make sure it's fixed, guys. These errors should be fixed. And now let me run it. I will run it on a different file. Okay, oops. Copy, paste, and get to if name is main. This is for unit testing. Yes, let's build a root say, let's say root equals tk dot capital TK, invoke it, right? Now let's draw a canvas, which is tk dot canvas. It will live in the root. Let me give it width of 500, height of 500. Don't forget to pack the canvas. And what do I want to do? I want to create a rectangle. Oh, it didn't get, I indented, it got indented. All right, create a rectangle. R equals rectangle. I want to give it some coordinates. Let me give it 250, 250. That's the midpoint of my canvas. And let me give it a width of 20 pixels, a height of 50 pixels. Which canvas should I give it? Let me give it the canvas I just constructed, and let me give a color of, say, red. Yes, so this should be unindented. Okay, so let's run this. Say example. Okay, let's run this. Okay, why didn't anything show? Because I have constructed a rectangle. I have not drawn it yet. So r dot draw, there it is. Yes, now we have drawn the rectangle. Let me use the methods. Say I want to set the width. So initially the width is what? Width was the first, so width is only 20. Let me make it 10. R dot set width to be from 20. Let me make it 100. And it not only set the width, it changed the coordinates and drew it accordingly, right? Likewise, let me change the height from 50 to 150. And that not only changed the height, it also made sure the coordinates were correct, and that I also redrew or changed the coordinates of the rectangle I had. Okay, I'll continue with this file in the next video. So this is just a rectangle. Mind you, I still have to draw the pyramid. Okay, until then.